There is something we can deduce using this information. The raging bomber is believed to have been responsible for 4 bombings. Of the 2 cases that I've been investigating, the 3rd and 4th victims, both bombs were made of a metal pipe and used black powder. Also, the wounds on the victims have another similarity. That is, yes, the wounds on the bodies help us determine the strength of the explosions. It turns out that both corpses had almost the exact same wounds. Materials, propellants, power. They all point to the idea that the 2 bombs were virtually identical. Another similarity in the 2 cases is the victims' distance from the bomb. Both Aiden and Stephen had been yes. Both of them were very close to the bombs when they went off. Same bomb, same delivery method. This all draws us to a logical conclusion that indeed. It seems safe to think that these 2 murders were the work of the same person. These 2 may lead us to learn something new. The 3rd victim, Aiden Posner, the callus on his palm is proof of his dominant arm. That would mean... Correct, he was right-handed. The 4th victim, Stephen Eldred, his guitar tells us which is his dominant. That would be his... Yes, the guitar had been strung for a left-handed player. The famous musician the guitar belonged to was right-handed. If anyone were to change the strings, it would be the current owner. Thus, we can reason that Stephen Eldred was himself left-handed. I wonder if this difference will be any help in this investigation. I think these may help us get closer to solving the mystery. Both the 3rd and 4th victims had carbon dust on their fingers, but the locations of the dust are the major difference between them. On the other hand, we've learned about a difference between Aiden and Stephen. The 2 victims had different dominant hands. From these 2 facts, we can tell that the carbon dust was... Indeed. It was on each victim's dominant hand. I think we've gotten a little closer to figuring out the meaning behind the carbon dust. Hey, little guy, there's something I want to ask you.
Yes? What is it?
Did you know the victim at all before the bombing?
Huh? No, I've never seen him before.
I thought so. That makes this a little odd.
Odd how?
The revolutionary did give advance notice about his next target. Still, the victim this time is obviously different from his previous one.
What's different about him?
It's... That's it. A politician, a celebrity, and an athlete. All the other victims up until now were in the public eye. This bombing killed an ordinary college student with no notoriety at all.
That's true now that you mention it.
Perhaps this was a copycat crime after all. Or perhaps, has the raging bomber changed his modus operandi?
We might be wrong to assume that. Maybe the reasoning behind his previous victims wasn't that they were famous.
In any case, we have to continue investigating. Keep finding out whatever you can. Let me know if you learn anything.
Understood. I'll do that. Dr. Kimishima? We've found out more about that man.
What man?
Oh, Michael Lang. He really does work for Loan and Taxes.
So that is a real company. Is that his real name?
Yes, though what he does is barely considered legal.
Huh. If that's the case, is there the slightest chance that he's the bomber?
I don't know about that. I'll send you the recording of his interrogation anyway. Please listen to it when you have time.
Got it. Even if he isn't the culprit, he can at least tell us more about the victim. There's no reason to not listen to what he had to say.
Yes, that's correct.
I'm his financial agent. He's dead. That's a problem. If that's true, our company will be gravely affected. It seems you don't know, but Mr. Eldred, he owes us $100,000, including interest, of which he has paid $25,000, leaving $75,000. The raging bomber. Well, I've seen the name in the news. This will be problematic. I'll have to take on the debt then. We extremely regret having to hear about something like this. Yes, it's true that we issue unsecured loans. Still, there's no reason to loan money to people with no means of repaying that debt. In all honesty, Mr. Eldred agreed to make a down payment of $10,000 for the loan. Not only did he make that initial payment, he paid $5,000 the first month and another $10,000 the next. His source of income? I'm sorry, but our consumer financial group does not surge within other people's private concerns. Yes, we did loan $100,000 to Mr. Eldred. This was based on the assumption that he could repay the loan. We killed Mr. Eldred? You must be joking. If we killed off our customers, we'd never reclaim what was owed to us. I'd say that we'd take a much more pragmatic approach.
Oh, Dr. Kimishima, I have additional information about Michael Lang. He's a veteran loan shark who's been working with loan and taxes for the past 12 years.
I see. It looks like we'll need to do some investigating into the victim as well.
You mean Stephen Eldred?
Right. He doesn't fit the pattern of the previous bombing victim. For example, right. He's the only one who wasn't particularly well known. Why would the bomber target him at all? If we can figure out why, I think we'll see a great deal of progress, and there's more to it than that, though. The victim himself made some unanswered questions. According to Michael Lang, the man from Loan and Taxes, Stephen was $100,000 in debt. The reason for that is that's a likely possibility. The value and the amount he owes fit together. Still, how can an ordinary student get such a substantial loan? The reason must be because indeed, there was a deposit made to his account. That was why the loan shark accepted his means of repaying the debt. This led to Stephen being loaned the $100,000. The more we investigate, the cloudier the truth gets.
Dr. Kimishima? Can you hear me?
I'm listening. What is it?
I've asked for another recording from HQ.
A recording of what?
That revolutionary guy. I thought it might be of some use to us. I ordered a copy of the announcement he made before Aiden Posner was killed.
I see. I'll check it out.